myself, I am Dr. Cindy Lee, and I am the Senior Lecturer and the Undergraduate Program Coordinator of the department. I joined the department back to year 2000, 23 years ago. That is really a long time ago, but each year I really feel excited to meet our young and talented new students. So you are about to graduate from your secondary school and having a new life journey and embracing bigger challenges and enjoying your wonderful university life. So at the same time, you might have quite a few questions in your mind, like what should be the university I apply, and which major will fit my personal interest. So hopefully my short talk today is going to give you a very brief introduction on what computer science and engineering is, and why computer science and engineering department in HKUST is so special, and what are the academic programs do we offer, and how do these programs and extracurricular activities facilitate your personal growth. So 21st century is definitely the digital age. And computer science is everywhere. Computer science is actually changing everything. It has applications in almost every field in our human society. You can name it: education, agriculture, manufacturing, finance, astronomy, and healthcare. You are actually experiencing the computer science in your everyday life. Have you ever tried to chit-chat with ChatGPT and ask for answers? So the bank transactions and payments can be done at our fingertips. And when you talk with Siri, in your mobile phone, it's basically supported by human-computer interaction and natural language processing. And we have the robotics helps to automate many of the routine tasks. And if you enjoy the video and movie, those fancy animations, it's supported actually by computer graphics and vision. So every one of you played the Pokemon Go? Yes. So it's actually supported by virtual and augmented reality. This is the world's top 10 companies in 2022. And many of the logos here, I'm pretty sure you recognize some of the logos, right? So the Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, this is basically Google, Facebook, Amazon, Tesla, and Tencent. So all of them, they are basically the IT giants rooted from computer science and engineering. So what is exactly computer science and engineering? So does it actually equal to programming? Yes? No? So everyone says no, right? So what exactly computer science and engineering is? If you check the wiki, we don't really have a clear-cut definition on what the computer science and engineering is, but I highlight two words there, theoretical and practical. Okay? And I asked the same question actually, it's a ChatGPT, and I highlight the same keywords. It's multidisciplinary. It can be applied to many of the different fields, and it involves two parts, the science part and the engineering part. So in a nutshell, computer science and engineering is trying to identify the problem, understand how does it work, and then ask the machine to automate that task and make our life easier. So let me take a very simple example. Every one of us, we can walk, right? We can walk on the flat surface. And during the weekend, we go hiking in the mountains, climb up and down. In the winter, you'll probably go ski trip in Japan. And then what is the secret to keep ourselves balanced? And if you want to build up a robot, and that robot needed to make itself balanced in every single scenario, then how do you build it up? You can clearly tell there is science part, which understand what is the rule of keeping ourselves balanced, and the engineering part, how do we actually make this happen? Computer scientists, they find and analyze problems, and then they brainstorm for the solutions. They communicate with the machine using the machine language, it's basically programming language. So you probably will be able to find a job if you teach yourself some popular programming languages. You probably have heard about Python, C++, Java, and so on. But for the computer science students, they needed to study mathematics, science, and engineering. So we prepare our graduates. They have like broad perspective in both software and hardware topics. And they are going to be equipped with fundamental and specialized knowledge necessary to analyze, design, and evaluate both the software programs and hardware architectures. And they will build up a strong foundation so they can keep learning along their lifetime. So yes, you got the correct answer. Computer science is much more than programming. The why computer science and engineering department in HKUST is so special. So we would usually like to describe our department as a place to nurture the young minds. So it's a place for them to explore, to grow, and excel. We are actually the largest department in UST. We are the home for around 1,000 students. Among those students, 700 of them, they are actually under our own major programs. And we have another 360 share for the other programs co-organized with different departments in HKUST. We also run a comprehensive set of the postgraduate programs, including Master of Science program, Master of Philosophy, and also the PhD program. As a very young department, we actually have a very good world ranking. So in the QS World University Ranking, subject in computer science and information system, we ranked number 40 among top 680 universities. In another ranking, Times Higher Education Ranking, we are number 29 among top 974 universities in the subject of computer science. And as for the QS ranking, we are number 1 in Hong Kong for 11 times in 13 years. And for the Times ranking, we are number 1 in Hong Kong in 7 consecutive years. I still remember in year 2021 and 2022 when I stand in the same lecture hall giving the information day talk. I'm saying we are number 1 in Hong Kong for 9 times in 11 years, 10 times in 12 years, and number 1 in Hong Kong in 5 and 6 consecutive years. I hope I can bring the message and confidence to you that we are actually the number 1 computer science program here in Hong Kong. This is actually a very remarkable achievement for a young department. So HKUST, we just celebrated our 30th anniversary, and this department was built actually from scratch back to 1991. Okay? So I believe we will be better and we will be stronger in the very near future. This is actually a joint effort by our world-class faculty members and our talented young students. In the department, we have more than 50 plus regular and teaching track faculty members, and all of them, they have worldwide teaching and research experience. Their research area actually covers all of the research area, either cutting edge or foundation computer science research. If you look at the CSE research themes, we group them into artificial intelligence, data science, and systems. We do have the cutting-edge research areas, including like artificial intelligence, human-computer interaction, and also the cybersecurity. We also have a strong team in very fundamental computer science research, including vision and graphics, data knowledge and information management, theoretical computer science. Remember we mentioned we needed to understand how it works. And we have networking and computer systems, and also software engineering and programming language. In the most recent research assessment exercise, actually done by University Grant Committee, so they rank most of our research works as world-leading or international excellent. So let me share with you a few research topics which has local impact. So to the left is Professor Gary Chen, and he's actually applying the mobile technology to foster an inclusive community for the elderly. And in the middle, Professor Chen is working on the next generation AI computing cloud for the smarter Hong Kong. And to the right is Professor Ming Liu, is actually leading a team of researchers working on the first self-driving vehicle here in Hong Kong. I wish to share with you an internal seminar announcement leaflet last year. We have 3 best papers in 3 conferences. So SIGCOMM, SIGMOD, and WLDB. They are basically the top among the top of all the conferences in communication and database. So last year, so all of the best papers, there are only 1 best paper per conference, actually with CSE authors. We also have lots of interesting research projects here in UST. And if you are feeling interested in joining any one of them, you can actually find the professor and work towards his or her supervision during your undergraduate study. For example, Professor Yang Chiu-sung is working on the chatbot, which is going to be a robot lawyer. And Professor Liwen Zhang is doing the code analysis, testing, and learning. Professor Xiaojun Ma is working on human and computer interaction. So Professor Pedro Sander, he actually stitched 11,000 photos together to make the largest digital photo. And if you print it out, it can be as big as the sports field. And Professor Dimitris is actually working on how to do the search on the encrypted data. And if you have personal interest in music, you have to talk with Professor Andrew Horner. He's doing the research related to computer science and music. We have lots of the opportunities for you to explore during your stay here in CSE. So, like father, like son. Our students are actually doing very good in their academics, extracurricular activities, and also competitions. So they apply what they learned in their study to the society and hopefully to feedback. For example, the final year project, FIP stands for final year project, is actually a project for all of our year 4 students to work. Okay? And this one is the AI-based lip reading, and it is a winner of the HKUST President Cup. It's a very prestigious award for HKUST. Each year, only 1 project will be awarded in 2019. 2020, the FIP, we have another FIP working on indoor guiding system for the visible impaired, and it's a gold award for the President Cup 2020. So 2021, another final year project. As a group of students, they are working on Wi-Fi sensing and bus queue analysis for the smart campus, and they are the winner of the silver award for the ASM Technology Award. And we do have the programming team, and we are the winner of the ACM Hong Kong Programming Competition 2022. And we have another team of students doing the capture the flag competition, and basically we win majority of the award 2022. And for the students who work on the research projects during their undergraduate study, they also win 2 runner-ups, and the HKUST Europe stands for Undergraduate Research Opportunity Project Award this year. We also have 2 students who are academically excellent. They received Innovation and Technology Scholarship 2023 awarded by the Chief Executive Officer. So what do we offer to facilitate your growth? Here you have lots of the potential, but how do we offer to nurture your personal growth? We offer quite a lot of major programs, and that provides you with a wide selection of choices to fit your personal needs. Majority of our students, they are going to join Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science. And you may wonder, what is the Bachelor of Science in Computer Science? This is actually a special designed program that will enable the student to take 2 majors at the same time. So it's designed for the double major. We collaborate with some of the other departments to run Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Data Science and Technology. We also run Bachelor of Science in Risk Management and Business Intelligence. And for students who are capable, we also provide them the opportunity to get 2 degrees. So it's a dual degree program in Technology and Management. So they are going to get Bachelor of Engineering in either Computer Science or Computer Engineering, plus a Bachelor of Art in Business major. So usually that is going to take you 5 years to finish this dual degree program. So we also gave the choice for students to add what we call the additional major. So you can either choose Artificial Intelligence or Digital Media and Creative Arts. Okay? Our curriculum is carefully designed. You can have the freedom to add additional major or minor, okay, so to your personal design. Okay? And the degree will be associated with your first major. For majority of our programs, we are going to run school-based admission. So that means you will be admitted to school of engineering in year 1 study. And that year, you are going to learn very fundamental courses, general education, science, mathematics. You'll explore around different subjects inside the engineering school. And then toward the end of the year 1, you are going to declare your preference for the major. It's going to be somehow like a mini JUPAS. We will count your best 24 credits performance in the year 1 of the study. If you decided to take the extended major in Artificial Intelligence, then you needed to tick another JUPAS box. It's also school-based admission. And if you're taking the additional major in AI, then you needed to study additional courses in the AI area, such as fundamentals of artificial intelligence, machine learning, data visualization, image processing, and so on. And we recently developed this curriculum just 2 years ago. So it's cross-disciplinary and very practical. So on top of the knowledge in engineering, you will be able to learn innovative solutions. Okay, so in all of the different major fields. Let me share with you a curriculum of computer science and engineering. Don't get scared by looking at so many blocks here. I will try to explain the big picture for you. So at the very bottom is the courses that you are going to take in your first year of university study. Remember, at that year you are still an engineering school student. So you are going to learn some of the common core courses, arts, very basic social science, IT, and so on. And then you needed to learn math foundation courses, language courses, English, Chinese, and so on. So this is your year 2 study. We are going to give you very fundamental programming knowledge by 2 courses. Remember, computer science and engineering does not equal to program. Okay, so we will only give you 2 courses to build up this programming fundamental and logic thinking. Then you needed to explore the very fundamental core subjects in computer science. If I read them out, software engineering, object-oriented programming and the data structure, okay, and design and analysis of algorithm, computer organization. This is basically related to the hardware architecture, discrete math, operating system, and all of this are going to give you a very good foundation, understand how does the computer system work, both at the software level and also the hardware level. This is basically starting usually from year 3 of your study. Okay, so you have the foundation, then you can choose 1 or 2 of this computer science area to study. So these are the elective courses. We group them into artificial intelligence and theory area, software and the database area, graphics and multimedia area, and system and networking area. For each of these areas, we provide a large collection of different elective courses for you to build up your personal interest. So the last year of your study, you are going to wrap up what you have learned in the previous 3 years into a final year project. You are going to work with a team of 2 to 4 students. And I have shown some of the FIP projects our students have done in the previous years. It's really practical. And it basically asks you to build up also yourself lifelong learning capacity. Let me explain the feature of our curriculum. So you can see we built up a very solid foundation, computer science foundation, okay, so with the core courses. So to graduate from HKUST, you needed to get 120 credits. And if you look at our foundation, this add up together programming only 35 credits. So we usually describe it as a very light core, so that will leave room for you to have flexibility, looking for different electives, and adding a second major or minor. Okay? This is a typical study pathway for the computer science students, because year 1, they are in engineering school. So the pathway here we list out year 2, year 3, and year 4. 120 credits for your 4 years of study here, and 8 semesters. That is basically translated to around 15 credits each semester. And all the courses listed there, they are the required and elective courses, and you will find out your BBC in year 2, building up a good foundation. But starting from year 3 and year 4, you do have room to do many of the other learning experiences. For example, adding a minor, for example, go for an internship in the industry, for example, doing university research in your undergraduate study, for example, going for an exchange in the overseas universities. We do leave room for you to build up according to your personal interests. For example, you can consider taking a minor program here. In UST, usually we are talking about around 12 to 15 additional credits. And the big data technology, which is highlighted here, is offered by our department. And if you are studying computer science, you can also take this minor program. An internship opportunity is a compulsory element in our curriculum. So our students, they can either take a short-term summer intern, usually it's only like 6 weeks, or they can actually take a half semester or 1-year internship. Okay? And we can have a taste on how does it work in the real industry, and the employers, they welcome our talent and diligent students. So every year I receive lots of the emails from the employer offering the internship, graduate job opportunities. And in our internal website, we actually maintain a very long list of the internship opportunities. We highly encourage our students to take at least 1 internship. You can also go for the exchange program, and usually 1 semester. We have connection with more than 100 major universities worldwide. Okay? We do credit transfer. The credit you get there from the overseas university, you can actually transfer it back to fulfill the HKUST curriculum requirement. And the best thing is you only needed to pay HKUST tuition fee. It's not a prestigious chance for the elite students. According to our survey, among our students, around 50% of them, they actually go for the exchange during their study. It usually happens at their year 3, either fall semester or spring semester, or their year 4 at their fall semester. As I mentioned in the previous slide, if you want to try the research, and you probably are thinking, will I be able to apply the postgraduate study? Okay, so after my graduation, so we offer undergraduate research opportunity projects. So many of our colleagues, they are actually open their door and welcome the undergraduate student to work together with their PhD student, with their research team. It can be challenging because you are going to do something that is totally new. Nobody is going to actually teach you step 1, step 2, and step 3, but it's also an exciting and rewarding experience. We've already seen for many years the Europe students, they are able to publish their papers on the top tier conferences. If you are good at programming and you love to work with the team of members, you can join robotic team and our programming team and also the hackathon. Okay, so many of our students, they are really active in all of those competition opportunities. The opportunities we offer for the high performance students, if they are academically excellent, we do offer the honors version courses for many of our core computer science required courses. So we have the honors version for the programming courses. We have the honors version for the math courses, for the software engineering, algorithm, and competitive programming courses. So compare the honors version with the regular version. The honors version courses, they are going to cover more materials. They are going to dive deeper in the contents, and the assessment will be more challenging, and you are going to work with much stronger peers as a group. If you're saying, I'm interested in finding out a particular computer science area or the subject, but unfortunately I cannot find the course ready developed there. So you can actually propose your own course. So under what they call the independent work, you can directly just knock the door of our faculty member and say, hi, professor, I find out you're working in this area and I wanted to do some of the research and work in this particular area, and usually they will say yes to your request. Many of our faculty members, they are really friendly, so feel free to chit-chat with them, okay, so in the information day or even afterwards when you join us. The Europe, as I mentioned, and also we have a replacement for the final year project. We call this as final year thesis, and usually for the students who has decided to do the postgraduate study, they may replace that project, which is more software related, into a research work. You can also do, as I mentioned, dual degree program, a double major. As I mentioned, that Bachelor of Science in Computer Science is specially designed to allow you to have the room to add an additional major. We also have lots of the scholarship, as I mentioned in the previous slide, for our elite students. So you might wonder, that after 4 years, after my graduation, what can I do? That might be also one of the concerns of the parents, right? So I just do the search yesterday and trying to find out what are the best jobs, and I came across with this US news website, and it lists out the best 100 jobs. I share with you the best 10. I just do the copy and paste and find out among the best 10 jobs, and they are actually 4 from the information and technology. And the first one is actually software developer. Then we have information security analyst, IT manager, and the web developer. So after your graduation, you may have lots of the opportunities working on IT-related areas and also some IT support roles. So do not have the perception, so after my graduation as a computer science student, I will be a programmer, sitting there typing the code day and night. It's not like that. So as I mentioned, computer science is everywhere, okay? And it's a digital age, so you have lots of choices. Okay? So if you have such a good foundation. I also want to share with you our graduation survey conducted this year. We do it actually in April, and we get around 170 response. Okay? So we ask the students, what is your future plan? And you will find out as early as April. This is still in the middle of the semester. They graduate usually at June or July or August. Okay? And half of them, the majority of them, they are local students. They decided to enter into the workforce directly, but we do see some of them come back a few years later to have the Master of Science or Master of Philosophy for the further study. And we have another around 34% of the students, they decide to pursue postgraduate study. 3.1%, they are going to start their own business. And as it's early, still in April, so many students, they are still deciding, should I go for the postgraduate or should I go for the work directly? This is a list of some of the offers our students receive when they decide to go for the postgraduate study. Many of them choose us, and they are happy here. It's a friendly and nurturing place, and the view in HKUST is so nice, so they decided to stay. We also have a large selection from the top universities around the world. And here are also some of the selected companies and the job positions of our 2023 graduates. You see all the names. Most of them are actually related to IT, but it doesn't actually equal to you do the programming work the whole day. You will find out you have the AI developer, analyst, consultant work, and game engine engineer, graduate trainee, lots of the different possibilities. How many offers do they get as early as in April? So around half of them, they already secure more than one offer. And the offer is coming actually after April. We have May, June, July, and so on. And majority of them, they are still doing IT-related work. And this is sensitive information, okay, but I still want to share with you about the salary distribution. We don't actually ask exactly how much on your bank account, okay, so we just ask them the range. And you'll find out we have actually quite a lot of the students get more than 30K as their first job offer. Okay? And the mean for the fresh graduates this year is 27K, and we are actually the highest among all engineering departments. So many of our alumni, they also fly high around the globe, and they landed in different places. I wish to share with you two happy photos. Okay, on the left, can you try to guess when do we take it? It's a CSE orientation week when they just joined our department. Okay, and the right one, formal suit and tie, is actually our graduation dinner this May. Okay, so and they are actually holding a hand posture. It's basically CS. Okay, so if you are passionate in computer science and you wanted to use computer to create innovative solutions and make changes, so I hope I can actually see all of you here in 2024 in HKUST. Today is really a very nice day, sunny and chilly weather. If you haven't got the chance to walk around the campus, you have to do it. We have very fabulous environment, and do visit the library and Shaw Auditorium, which is near the South Gate. And we have fantastic sports facilities, and we also run demos in our teaching labs. So I think it will run until 5 o'clock. If you want to walk around the department, welcome to join the lab demos. And that is all I want to share with you today in this short talk. You can find more information about our department, our undergraduate program by checking those websites. And if you have any general inquiry after today's talk, welcome to send email to our UG admin email address. And thank you for coming here today.